Johns Hopkins had a game canceled against Georgetown, which is back on February 7th. And then same thing for Towson. This is why this is their first game of the season. Their opener was UNC back on February 1st, and that got canceled. And controlling for Johns Hopkins right now, up at the top, Collison getting hounded, double team, still with it, knocked away. Oh, a shot to score, and it's Jimmy Ayers that comes up with it and puts it in for the Blue Jays as a flag flies. But they're on the board first here, 42 seconds in.
Charlie Eiler and Jimmy Ayers starting an attack with Hunter Chauvet, and Eiler and Ayers offer some speed and quickness that has been missing here in Baltimore for the Blue Jays. Turnover created by the swarming defense. But watch Ayers. He's on the scene and he pays the price. There's the flag for the late hit. It's easier for these goaltenders to see that orange ball.
Speaking of which, Matt Nyland in cage for the Tigers. Q, the junior, 4 years of experience, and he saves that one there.
It's what you want. That you get that early puck touch, that ball in your stick.
Played the first 3 quarters in that blowout win, and then Orange Alinas played the final quarter for Johns Hopkins. Towson trying to tie this one up, and the save made there on the shot that time from Matt Burnham.
This extra man can be dangerous. Chauvet on the left wing, 91, and Collison, 16, the 2 most dangerous players.
Eiler, he shoots, and the save is made by Nyland. And the outlet off of the stick that time of James Asbill, and Towson could not control it. Now they do, and it's back over to Sweeney. English behind the net for Eiler. Back to Ayers, good look. Fires and scores. And he's got both Johns Hopkins goals to start this game. A lot of space there, Q. Clear shot. Ayers, 2 goals already.
That was a possession generated by the ride and an effective double team up by the midfield line. Ayers just given too much real estate. He's able to plant his feet and let it rip. Nyland didn't have much of a chance here. High heat from about 8 or 9 yards because you've got about a half dozen freshmen who are already in the 2 deep and making an impact. Bright looking freshman class.
Weishar, who we talked about in the open, and he shoots and scores. And Towson is on the board.
That was easy, and that's why Mikey Weishar had 48 goals last season while shooting 31%. Left-handed, he's a senior now, out of Spalding, down in Anne Arundel County, and here he just gets top side. Carson Brown trying to stay with him.
Assistant coach from 2004 to 2009 before taking over.
My gut feeling about this game is it could get high scoring.
And you called it, and we're tied at 2.
And I say that, Mike, because Towson's attack is excellent. Mikey Weishar, Ryan Schreier, and Joaquim Villagomez is back to the mix. The big 6'6" right-handed player, 26 on the far side of the field. They might have an advantage in that matchup. And I think Hopkins may have an offensive advantage against Towson's inexperienced defense. Kai Lopez, the Fogo, wins this draw and takes it right down Charles Street. Lopez from Garnet Valley, PA, coached by the legend, Frank Urso. Contact from the side is iffy. Contact from the rear is a penalty.
30-second EMO, 3rd one of the day so far for the Blue Jays. They only had 1 shot in the previous 2, and on their first shot in this one, they score. And it's Hunter Chauvet, and it's 3-2 Blue Jays.
This is a blast. You talk about a rocket shot. Chauvet, who had 23 goals last season. He had the big day against Robert Morris, and this is why. Feet set, hands free, his vision is clear. Turn and rake. Hunter Chauvet, major guess.
But to no avail, and here come the Blue Jays. Oh, off the stick there that time of Ayers. Was he able to collect that? Might have had his 3rd goal here today.
That's a nice play right there. That grounder coming up the sideline by Spagnolo, 54.
Another save from Lamity. It's all the way up to the top for Burnham, Matt Burnham. Now it's over to Owen Scott. Scott trying to get a step, nothing there. Still has it, reverses direction, feeds in the front. Shot and a score and a flag. Counted for Ryan Schreier. We're tied at 3, and a penalty on the Blue Jays.
This is out of the bizarro world of things that can go wrong defensively that you can't predict. You like this stuff to happen during the week, during practice. Look, the defender just loses his stick. You can't drop your stick. That's usually not a good thing. When your short stick defensive midfielder who's covering the ball, Eric McDonald, fumbles his stick, forcing the defense to double, leaving a man vacant in front. It's Shire with the layup.
And so there have been 13 games in between that time here at Homewood, all won by the Blue Jays. And right off the face-off, shooting and scoring for Johns Hopkins, Joe Hobart.
Second Fogo goal of this game. Kai Lopez stung one in the first quarter if you're just joining us on this Tuesday afternoon. And Hobart, the sophomore, last year he only took 29 face-offs. He's the primary guy now. 11 for 13 against Robert Morris. Out the front side, he's able to run downhill. Scoop and score to start this second quarter.
That's his second goal in as many games here to start this season for Hobart, who, as you said earlier, Quint, was 11 of 13 at the faceoff X. And that 17-2 win against Robert Morris back on February 2nd. And right back the other way are the Tigers. And Lopez again, his second goal today off a faceoff win. Get out of here.
Both teams now emboldened by their Fogos. And the defensive strategy to let these guys waltz right down Charles Street, it's got to be rethought. You've got to play talented offensive players. Make him make a lacrosse play. You know, make him make a decision. Put him in an uncomfortable spot. Maybe go early. Fake slide.
Weishar scores again for the Tigers. They have their first lead today, 5-4.
Hopkins D hasn't seen speed like this in practice, and it's a little bit of reset your bearings. Carson Brown just gets beat topside. He took the wrong angle.
There's Evan Boswell now, and he works it behind the net here for Weishar. And the Tigers feeling a little bit of confidence now to start the second quarter. They've settled in. Oh, a shot and a score. It's Trevor Phipps.
Lamity tapping himself in the chest like that was on him, and this is the first time he has faced adversity. First time Johns Hopkins has been trailing this season, and quickly Pete Milliman goes to call the TO. Towson's come out now in this second quarter. Kai Lopez, Mikey Weishauer, and some outside heat. Or a fan watching this game, you're in for a 60-minute game.
Yeah.
Like, there's no easy escape here. You're not getting an easy W.
Great timeout by Coach Milliman. They needed it. Here's a save made by Nyland this time, and the cleanup, and he's got it.
Yes, love that offense. Really like the way Towson offensive coordinator Mike Musey is running the ball. You dodge, you spin it to your best player, and you let him create.
7th year for Musey, as you said, the OC. Went to Eiler with Ayers and Chavette, the attack. And how about this? Coming in, a flag is thrown as Eiler scores it. Multiple flags down. The game is tied. Excuse me, 6-5. Pardon me, we got a challenge on this play here with Eiler on the goal. That made it a one-goal game, 6-5. We'll see if it stands.
Two things to watch. Does he step in the crease before he goes airborne? Yes, he does.
Yep.
That's a good challenge. This goal will come back. His right foot was clearly in the crease. This is no goal. They may enforce the penalty call.
Yeah. So really a double whammy there for the Blue Jays. They don't get the goal, no penalty, and here come the Tigers still with a 6-4 lead. Make it 7-4 as Elijah Smith scores it.
Towson feeling no pain right now. They are pedal to the metal, all gas, no brakes. Watch Elijah Smith, the senior. Omaha, Nebraska, folks. Omaha, Nebraska via IMG. Runs by the attackman like he's not there. The former LSM kicks it into turbo.
But it's been the sequence here to start this second quarter. Early on, they had 3 goals in a minute, 23 seconds that turned the tide. Save Nyland on the shot from Ayers, who was looking for the hat trick today.
The lanky righty, 6'2", he's steady.
Q, what are you going to see different offensively here for the Blue Jays? 3 of 5 shooting to start, 1 for their last 10.
Ball reversal. I think Collison's going to draw double teams.
Ayers shoots and scores, and they needed that. Hat trick, Jimmy Ayers. And it's now 7-5.
Substitution game executed to perfection. You'll see the fake. I'm going to run off the field by Johns Hopkins. Towson follows, and then you pull the string and you head back in. Top of the formation, you see it happen. That's after it happened, but the nice sub maneuver gains leverage and gains the advantage to a decreasing angle.
Tyler, 20 seconds in the shot clock,
Yikes.
tripping over the net. Yeah, that time was Spagnuolo. And a shot that scores, the net was dislodged. And
Goal is good.
Scores anyway. Yep.
Goal is good. The goal does not have to be on that line. They'll continue play. This is wicked offense. Jays now feeling it with back-to-back goals. Probably the best half-court possession of the season. Eiler makes the defender look silly. Oh my God, you become a meme when you fall over the goal like that.
So Rawson, who had a goal and 4 assists in game 1, gets the goal here. First of the day, we have a 1-goal game. Flags fly. That's 2 goals in a minute, 25 seconds for the Blue Jays to try to get back into this thing here. And look out. Here's Villagomez. And the save is made.
They don't even have ball boys anymore. I think it's too dangerous now.
Look at Burnham going head first in like a running back. And now it's back over to the Blue Jays.
There's a sloppy element and an unpredictability about this game, right?
Charlie Eiler passes over to Ayers. He shoots and he ties the game. 4 goals for Jimmy Ayers.
Scramble situation. Ayers has got 2 of the last 3. Off the turnover at the middle of the field. Nice pickup by DeChico. You're off to the races. The defense is not checked up the way they should be, and ball movement is your friend. Eiler gets out of traffic, and Ayers can't miss right now. Leading goal scorer in this game with 4.
And the Blue Jays have gone on a 3-goal streak right now to tie it at 7. Villagomez. Shooting save made.
Save. Villagomez got decked after the shot. No call.
Blue Jays on the run. Patrick Sorensen.
Tell you, Lamity's throwing outlets like a veteran goaltender.
Schreier. Dishes it. Working his way in. Shot deflected there. Trevor Phipps.
Nice flip.
And the rebound and the shot that time from Schreier. No. Ball loose in front. Towson's got it again. Behind the net it goes to Weishar. Now Villagomez.
Clock.
Coming out of the timeout. Weishar, 5.6. Here we go. Weishar, 2 seconds to go. He shoots. Save Lamity. And that is now 9 for him.
He's only a freshman, but for him to bounce back in game and reset is a great trait.
And a shot to score from Weishar to start the second half. And now he's got a hat trick today for Towson as they go back up 8-7.
That's why he's a Tuarton candidate, the senior from Spalding. Now he's, 45 goals away from Glenn Smith's all-time high at Towson. He just beats Hopkins' premier defender, Quentin Coleraine, topside, and yanks this ball back to the near post. Against the righty goalie, you love this placement. Big 16. He's got the ball here in a second.
That face-off win from the Blue Jays, stop 4 in a row made by Towson at the X. And now a chance to tie it up. Here's a shot, and they do. Tied up by Chuck Rawson, and he scores it for Johns Hopkins. 8 apiece. Second goal of the day for Rawson.
The band plays. You hear the sirens in the distance, and Hopkins is on the board. Rawson's had a good start. That's a pick, and there's no recovery by Towson. They double-team Collison on this pick. The defense has got to rotate over. Elijah Smith was late to the scene.
Eiler over to Chick. Back to Chick. Launches. Save made. Nyland. That's his 5th today.
Towson playing 2 up top.
What do you think of that one, though, Q? I mean, you had 40 seconds still left in the man up. They're going to get it back here, though. Unsettled situation. Now over to Collison.
Nadlin incensed. Nadlin is incensed on the sideline. He felt Johns Hopkins was offsides on that ride.
And it was Patrick Sorensen that puts it in. Freshman defenseman. And the Blue Jays are up 9-8.
The tight look. Sorensen right-handed, the ripper.
Ryan Schreier, one of the captains. Over to Owen Scott. Behind the net here for Weishar. Off the pick. Turns, shoots, and scores, and we're tied. 4 for Weishar today.
This shot had eyes. Lamity will learn not to come off the near post. You look at the senior. Isolation against Kilrain. Pick is not effective. You see Lamity just cheat off the post. Cardinal rule goaltending, especially to your offside, you've got to stay glued to the inside pipe. You're not going to make that save with your stick either side. Hold the pipe.
And Lamity's had such a really good game here today, too. I let that one go, but then it gets put right back on the board thanks to Collison. And he cleans it up to make it 10-9.
Collison's coming alive now in the second half. He's got a pair of assists and a goal. Jays have rolled his first midfield out exclusively. Catch, one cradle, and it's gone. Watch how fast he can go. Dusting off those cobwebs. He's back in the mix. Really, really good player.
Weishar off the pick from Schreier.
Matchup advantage for Towson.
He shoots. Save is made. Lamity.
Stayed home that time, the freshman goaltender. That was sharp. That was really good.
Over to Rawson. Spins back, trying to feed the middle. It's recovered by Ayers, and his shot is saved by Nyland.
It's a good move by Willem Gomez. Hopkins not double teaming the big righty.
Will Schoonmaker controls it. Rolls back, goes behind the net. The feed and a bouncing shot that time from Schreier. Save Lamity, and a whistle here. And
great,
it's,
great save.
Willem Gomez. Off the post there, the rebound, the shot, the score. And Burnham puts it in. We are tied at 10.
Just getting started here on Homewood Field. This baby's going 60 minutes. Burnham off the iron. Lamity has no answers. Towson 10, Hopkins 10. What more do you want? Been here, Mike, in our fourth quarter, but man, these guys haven't lost a CAA game in 18 tries. They're clearly the favorite. Again, looking for their 3rd consecutive trip to the NCAA.
Yeah, 2 straight titles. Oh! Crazy shot put in by Will Schoonmaker for Towson.
Watch this. First of all, the feed is insane. I think it's Weishar goes backhanded. And the freshman from Calvert Hall, high IQ, this is a creative finish. Catches it right-handed, has to go between the legs, and does so. This was the shot that was available. This is not a fancy play. This is a functional play. He's either got to switch this to his left hand or put it down between the legs.
Keep an eye on the time. 15 seconds to go here in the 3rd. Hopkins ball. Trying to tie it up. And they do! Oh, what a play. Score it for Tyler I.
This is a juice goal. Tristan Jewell, 22 in white, makes the play. This pass down low. And then who's got a lot of flash in his game, the sophomore from Lawrenceville, an elite stick. He's got flashy confidence. I'm not going to be predictable. They're just too good. They're going to dissect you ultimately.
James Asbill called for the penalty. He's out. 30-second EMO here for the Blue Jays. Looking.
Nice stop.
Deflected, yes. Nice play here by the Tigers.
Kind of an offside hip save by Nyland.
Spinning shot, save from Nyland.
He's only a freshman. He's a big-time player.
Towson has put the pressure on this game all game long. They got 48 shots
that's
here
high.
this one today.
That's high.
Rousseau, save is made. Flag is down. You called it. Lamety to keep it. Towson possession. That was the 50th shot of the night for them. Villagomez again, and it's cleaned up from Lamety.
Little out. Kind of showing up.
Takes time to get back into it.
It does.
You can't just say, hey, we're back. Well, you're not back 100% really until you get some game action underneath you. And this is the first game of the season for the Tigers. Save from Nyland.
Burnham wants his left.
Calhoun's not giving it to him.
It's nice defense.
Villagomez behind the net. Feeds it up top. And Weishar got hit as he put that one on.
No call late. I thought he got buried after the shot. A lot of standing around now. I don't love this pattern.
12 to shoot. English. Rawson. No diving in front for the goal. The Blue Jays take the lead.
Not sure what they drew up during the timeout.
Eiler.
But it's Eiler who bails him out on a sneak from behind the goal late in the shot clock. Defense is on the carousel. And this is second time in this game. Defenders on the weak side, you have a decision. Are you going to go behind the goal and hop over the net, or are you going to cut in front of the goaltender?
Defender is Joe Meindling, one of the captains for Towson.
Surprised Towson gave him the switch that easily.
Collison. Oh, passes it in front, and the goal is scored by Eiler on the feed from Collison, and it's a 2-goal lead now for Johns Hopkins.
That is super clutch, and that's what makes Collison such a valued commodity in the Premier Lacrosse League draft, which will be held later this summer. This is why he's one of the best middies in the country, because he can operate behind the net. He's equally efficient up top from the wing or behind. He owns this matchup.
Well, and Towson had put on a ton of shots in this game, 51 to be exact, but they're 0 for 11 shooting here in the fourth quarter.
That is catastrophic.
And that is with the fifth turnover.
That shot is not what you needed.
To win one here at Homewood. They haven't won since '96. The last 14 opportunities. It was close, but ultimately they go down, and Johns Hopkins wins it 13-11 here today to start the season 2-0.